Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your week ahead tarot scope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So this week, your key to the week from your February reading for the last week of February was the Tree of Life. Now, I love this deck because it has a few extra cards in it, and some of the cards that are in there are slightly different. Now, this Tree of Life card for me, whenever I see this as the card that is for divine intervention or divine assistance in some way, shape or form. This is where you can feel the hand of, not even the hand of fate, this is the hand of God. This is about moments that are supposed to happen for you, supposed to happen around you or to you. Sometimes this is something that you might witness. Sometimes it's a moment where the heavens step in to defend you or to hold something away from you. You know, I don't think that what's the saying, no weapon shall prosper, really comes to mind. I don't know why, but you guys will. So this week, and whenever you see this card from now on, just know that this is about literally the hand of the universe stepping in order to bring you something or to deliver you from something. So for your actions in your path ahead, you have the Hermit card. This week, the urge to withdraw may very well be strong. This week, it might see you feeling like you need to be alone. It might see you feeling like you need to withdraw from the world. Now, whenever you see the Hermit card, the reason we want to withdraw is very often because we know our intuition is trying to get a message to us. So whenever I see this card, yes, it is about making yourself still. Yes, it is about making yourself quiet, but you're doing that for a reason so that you can connect with that inner guidance, that inner wisdom. When you see this on your actions and your path, there looks like something this week. It looks like there's an event or maybe something that you know that you need to do, and there's a lot of assistance on offer, but there's something about you that knows this week that you have to do this on your own. It's about saying, you know what, I know that all the assistance that I need from the world is there, but what I really need at this moment is to be alone with my thoughts, with my feelings, to really examine how I feel, to really get to grips with what is actually going on in my life at this moment in time. And by doing so, you're going to unlock the secret of the Tree of Life. By doing so, you're going to unlock the secret of your key to the week, which is to know that actually you don't need outside assistance. You just need that source assistance. And you could really be tapping into this in a really big way this week, which is a beautiful energy. It really is. So yeah, consider that. With your communications and conversations, you've got the Four of Cups. So this week, the only thing that I don't want you to do, you know me, and I very rarely tell people what I think they should or shouldn't do, but the only thing that I don't want you to do this week is to find yourself in a moment or in a rut and say to yourself, oh, you know, I don't want to bother or burden anybody with this. Sometimes we need that space, you know, to figure out that actually we're just pissed off or we're just unhappy or there's something that really bothered us that we didn't think that was an issue until we really look at it and realize that it was. The only thing that I don't want you to do this week is the whole self-imposed isolation. Just consider that this week. Consider that you know, if you need to reach out, if you want to reach out, then that's what you should be doing. Your inner wisdom, your inner guidance, energy, higher self, higher wisdom, whatever you want to call it, will tell you what you need. Just be sure to listen to that. It's okay to withdraw from the world, and it looks like you will need to do that this week. But when an opportunity or a person presents itself to assist you or to help you in some way, shape or form, just know that maybe, just maybe, that is the hand of the divine coming to assist you. Sometimes they send a person, sometimes they send a boat, sometimes they send a present, sometimes they send a cash injection. You know, sometimes divine assistance comes through very mundane means, and you need to be aware of that this week. So if somebody says to you, right, that's it, I'm snapping you out of this funk, come on, we're going out, we're doing this, we're doing whatever, and you're like, oh no, I just need to stay and, you know, be in my misery on my own. No. Just trust that whatever it is that pulls you out this week, or out of wherever you're at, or whatever you're thinking or feeling, that is what's supposed to be there for you at this moment in time. All right, so it's a dual energy this week. You will need to be still and quiet, and maybe that's why. Maybe you'll need to withdraw and be quiet enough in yourself to understand that when somebody sets forward and presents to you and says, look, you know what, let me help you, that you can kind of say, yes, okay, this feels like it's that. This feels like that hand of divine assistance that's coming in. Really interesting in energy, because, you know, I talk about this being the divine hand of the divine assistance. And then when you look at the Four of Cups, it's the, you know, the surprise, the help, the assistance that comes out of the blue that you didn't expect, that you weren't aware was on its way to you. So, you know, just consider this week that, like I said, you know, sometimes the divine assistance or hand of help comes through very mundane means. For your money and materials, you get reasons to laugh. There are reasons and moments to laugh, to have fun, to enjoy yourself. Money looks like it may very well be on the up this week. Your Three of Cups does suggest it's mirth, laughter and joy. So whatever is going to bring you those things, even if it means putting your hand in your pocket and spending some money, do so. Obviously don't, you know, blow the entire bank and then be like, oh yeah, you know, I'm really happy for an hour and then I realise I've maxed out my credit card. Probably not the best way to do it, right? But, you know, this whole idea of being pulled out of it. So if you find that you're being pulled out to invites, if you find that people say, look, you know what, we're coming over and we're bringing a bottle of wine and some snacks, let them come. You know, your home life, your home itself looks like it's very much made for inviting people in this week, and you could get a lot out of that, especially because it's off the back of this Four of Cups, right? And you've got this sequence of cards here, the 4 into the 3. So this is about you heading away from that sort of moment of melancholy and possible depression and self-isolation into more happiness, inclusion, and you know, and interaction. But money looks all right this week. It doesn't look like there are any issues to the money. It just means that you might have to spend money in order to have a good time this week. And maybe that, you know, maybe for some of you, maybe that will be the thing where you kind of say to yourself, well, you know, I shouldn't have to spend money to be happy. It's not about spending money to be happy. It's about providing the right environment for you to enjoy yourself and the life that you have. All right, for your love and relations, got the Five of Cups. This is not an easy card. The Five of Cups is about loss. It's about mourning. It's about grief. Sometimes it can be about true and utter despair, which is why it's such a heavy card. The fact that you've got this in your love and relations, right? Your for those of you that are single, it looks like for a select few of you, there's this feeling of, you know, why does nobody want to settle with me? What, am I just the good time girl, or am I just the good time guy? Snap out of it. Snap out of that, right? Don't go too far in there. It's great to examine the type of people that we attract, the type of people that we constantly find ourselves glued to, or attracting or manifesting into our lives, because that is ultimately a reflection of who we are on the inside and how we operate. When you come to that realization, right, so it looks like this makes a lot of sense now. You might have this realization and you might kind of go within yourself and say, right, I need to understand where this is coming from, why it keeps coming up for me, why I keep meeting the same sort of person that never ends up going anywhere. This could then happen, right? You go then deep into yourself, and then this will happen, where the friends, the people, the assistants, the divine intervention will step in and say, right, now that you understand that, let's do something about changing it. Let's do something about creating something different. There's a lot of water energy here. You know, right? 3 cups cards, one after the other, right? And look at that. They're in complete sequence as well. The 3, the 4, the 5. So whenever you get cards of sequence like this, and especially with the Tree of Life, this is asking you to look at the way that events play out in your life. There's something about the sequence of events that you seem to be missing at the moment, Sagittarius, and you're being asked by the universe to pay attention to that. Once you click to it and then someone or something comes to make things lighter and brighter, that's what you need to follow, right? You have these moments where you kind of go within and it gets a bit heavy and it gets a bit serious so that you can do the understanding. And once you've done the understanding, you have to come out of it to say, right, okay, now that I get that, I can release it. For those of you that are partnered, yeah, it does look like a challenging week, I'm sorry to say. It could be that maybe a partner just seems to be more about the good time and having fun than they are, you know, the serious stuff. Maybe you feel like you're the one constantly doing the anchoring. Maybe it is that a relationship is ending this week. It is a possibility, and it is something that you need to think about. If that is the case, you know, sometimes when something comes to an end, even if it hurts, it really is the right thing for us. So you might need to consider that this week. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. I hope you traverse this week with energy, poise, passion and grace, just like you always do. You are a master manifester. Just know that. And if you need any support, please reach out to somebody or anybody online, me included in the comments. Take care. I love you loads, and I'll see you soon.